numbers, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And welcome to our reaction to the special look of Ant-Man that they just presented at Comic-Con Experience in San Pablo this weekend. San Pablo, the Comic-Con Experience has turned into the winter San Diego Comic-Con where they do all the cool, fun panels and announcements and stuff like that. And we have Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania coming, and they did this special look. So there might be some new footage in here. There might not be some new footage in here. Might be a retrospective because they're killing Scott.
Because they're killing everyone else, so why not?
Why not? So here we go. A special look at the Ant-Man. Go.
Scott, I need you to be the Ant-Man.
Roll credits.
You have a chance. The chance to earn that look in your daughter's eyes. To become the hero that she already thinks you are.
Poof. Every time.
Second chances don't come around all that much.
Is this an old message?
It's the front gate.
Time works differently in the quantum realm. What if we could enter at a certain point in time, but then exit at another point in time? We could bring everyone back.
Just pointing out how Scott is the most important adventure.
My whole life happened because I messed up.
Not everybody gets a chance to save the world.
Avengers! Assemble.
Yep.
February. Okay.
Yeah.
Scott Lang. Your reality.
Ooh.
Everything you're holding on to. I know how it ends.
Of course you do.
Yeah, if you leave. Ant-Man.
February 17th.
Yeah, I already have a reminder when tickets go on sale set.
Right.
So I mean, you said that, and now I'm wondering, how many are they just gonna? Because Wanda is gone, and
Wanda's not gone. I'll start that fight.
For now,
Right.
Wanda is gone. Tony is gone. Gamora is gone.
Steve's gone.
Steve's gone.
You ever watched a movie and thought, like, this is just visually amazing, and I just love the way it looks, and the colors are amazing? Well, our friends over at Movie Palette have come up with these great pieces of art that you could put up on your wall to show your love of movies without really necessarily being overly dramatic about it. Think of a movie barcode kind of thing, where you can look at the colors and know what the movie is, but it's very, very subtle. If you know us, we are into Tron Legacy. The music and the lights and the color itself is just amazing. Just to give you an idea of what they have. Go to moviepalette.com, find your own personal favorite movie, your movie color palette, and have it hang on your wall. At checkout, put in Pop Culture 15 to get 15% off. Thank you, Movie Palette, for sponsoring this video. Link is in the description down below. And don't forget, use Pop Culture 15 at checkout to get 15% off your order. And then Thor's is raising a kid. And
Right.
taking his father's example and raising his enemy's
Child. Yeah. I wonder.
It's so a lot of people have. At some point in time, we're going to do a break. I won't say breakdown. A rundown of Phase 4 and what Marvel did, and what we liked, and everything of Phase 4. But Phase 4, after the snap and the blip, bringing everybody back, they spent Phase 4 grieving. Phase 4 is the grieving thing, and it was also introducing the next wave of Avengers coming in, and it's very interesting that they do this big retrospective of Scott and how important he has been to the Avengers. When us as not us as fanboys, but of fanboys,
Those people.
oh those people. I did this, not you, them. Who said he was not important?
Yeah.
And he has the lowest opening. Ant-Man had the lowest opening of all the Marvel movies when it came out. And come to find out, Ant-Man had the most important things in it.
Right. And it was an amazing. I mean, I love Ant-Man because it's funny. Because,
Right.
I mean, Paul Rudd is just funny.
Right.
Because he's a comedian, right? So, and he doesn't age. But so that's what I loved about. He's so self-deprecating and so just happy to be here.
Right.
But like you said, he's potentially the most important superhero. I was going to say person, but
He's the most important Avenger.
Avenger.
At least.
There you go.
At least. I find it interesting that they kind of did the timeline for him in the opening, and then at the end they show us, pretty much everything that we've seen already in the other trailers, except Kang saying you're out of your league.
Yeah.
That's heavy for the comedy haha guy. Now we just watched the Guardians trailer, which is also out today, and they're also the comedy haha let's have fun guys, and that one was super somber too.
Mm-hmm.
So I try not to project too much of what I just calm down, calm down. I will speculate what I think I'm seeing and what could possibly be coming down the line in whatever we're seeing in a trailer. But I allow myself to say this could be something that's going on, and then wad it up and throw it in the trash can as soon as I walk in the theater.
Right.
And so it feels like they're setting us up for the start of Phase 5. The start of Phase 5 is Quantumania.
Right.
Which is really the proper introduction of Kang as the big bad. But with that idea in my nose, I'm really sorry. But with that, we still have lingering issues from the Infinity Saga. We still have lingering issues from the blip and people being gone for 5 years and what that means for the galaxy as a whole. And we're still dealing with that process. And these two trailers back to back really give me a somber underlying I'm concerned about these main characters in both Guardians and Quantumania.
Well, and if you like, as I'm sitting here, I'm like, and T'Challa's gone, and and nobody knows who Peter is anymore. So
it's very interesting. Now that you like, we know we have Falcon, we have Bucky, Loki's
who technically weren't Avengers. They were like Avenger adjacent.
Well, I mean, they were Avengers. I mean, they were there. They were in the battle of New York.
Yeah, I always think of the Avengers as kind of
the six.
Yeah,
yeah.
But and Scott wouldn't have been one of them. But
if we're talking about a Kang level baddie being in Phase 5 and Phase 6, there is no Avengers quote unquote group right now.
Right.
Which is kind of where I was going. I'm trying to figure out who's out there, who's actually in existence right now.
But because most of them are gone.
Or they're doing their own thing, or they're figuring out their life, or they're stuck in the TVA, or and so so Kang's gonna come in and do something in this movie that's going to annihilate the way we understand the Marvel universe as it sits right now.
Or maybe at least start it. Because because in Guardians we have Adam Warlock, who is potentially their big bad. Right. So we could have, and this
And the High
Ant-
Evolutionary,
Ant-
which we also talked about in the last trailer too.
Right. Ant-Man's first, so that's in
Right.
February, and then Guardians was May.
May 5th.
So what was the ones that did that? Captain Marvel and was it the first Infinity War movie? Remember they had one came out in like January, February, and one came out in May. One started
Right.
kind of what we were about to see in the next movie, and I can't remember what the second movie was.
It might have been. So I'm just trying to go off of memory, off the top of my head. I know they filmed the Wakanda stuff in Infinity War while they were filming Black Panther. So it might have been. It was. I think it was Black Panther, Infinity War.
No, Captain Marvel was the first one.
Captain Marvel was the one between Infinity War and Infinity in Endgame, because they went back.
Right.
And so that was, we had that year between Infinity War and Infinity and Endgame. We had a year between those two coming out. Captain Marvel was in the middle.
Okay.
And they went back to introduce her character because she's so important in Endgame.
Right.
But I think it was Black Panther that came out right before, like in February, and then in May was Infinity War. I think you're right. But so this also feels like that.
Yeah.
Where
like they're going to set some stuff up here that they're going to have to deal with, or it's all going to come together kind of in Guardians. And then what's after that?
I think Loki is after that. I was just thinking about what is on the docket. Secret War, I think, is coming out.
Is the next movie?
Next movie after this is... See, the timeline's all screwy now because we have Disney Plus, and so now you have all the shows.
That's true.
Which count.
They do count, yeah. So
but you have the Secret Wars laying there very quietly with very little talk about it. And I think that is more important for the overall Avenger story.
Yeah,
but to build to the next big. I mean, we're working towards Secret Wars. Everybody has said we're working towards Secret Wars, which is where they take all the Avengers and they put them on a planet and they say Battle Royale, Last Man Standing.
Right.
Oh yeah, by the way, we have Deadpool.
Right.
So, and not coming out this year, but like, so you have all that kind of stuff.
Wait, what was the one that we saw the trailer for, where eye patch?
Fury. That's
Fury.
That's Secret War, or that's Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. Okay.
Oh, the Marvels.
Oh yeah.
The Marvels is after Guardians.
I think later this next year.
I think it's September or October, like July, September, October. So February, May. There was 4 movies next year. Oh. Marvels. So that would be September, and then whatever at
Christmas.
So Marvels is interesting too because you have the 3 of them getting together.
Right.
Okay. Well, now we're wildly speculating.
This has nothing to do with Ant-Man.
Well, it does, because if they kill off Scott, if Kang kills off Scott, which I think is what's going to happen, I don't want it to happen. I'll say that right now. I don't want it to happen. I actually want to hear the Scott Lang podcast, by the way, just to throw it back around to Miss Marvel. But if Kang kills Scott, that is something that will get on everybody's radar who's left.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody likes Scott. Yeah.
And so that's going to be the thing that, like, it's going to be, there's Captain America 4 that's coming, that's going to be dealing with the Super Soldier Serum again. And you still have Fantastic Four, which we know is coming. They've told us multiple times. We haven't seen anything, but we know it's coming. We have the Marvels, and we have all this stuff on the TV shows. So everything's going to be, but that's going to be the underlying thing behind everything, behind the introduction of Infinity Stones kind of slowly coming in on each movie. We didn't know it was the Infinity Stones until freaking Thanos showed up with the gauntlet. and so it's, I feel like this is that movie that's going to be, because it's starting Phase 5, because it's the first one after everything that's going on. They're going to kill Scott, and when they kill Scott, it's going to have a ripple effect through the rest of all of Marvel.
Yeah.
Because Scott's the one. As much as we were emotional about Tony leaving and Gamora being killed off and like everybody being gone, Scott's the one, like you said, that is well loved by everybody within the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
And that's going to be the ripple effect.
Yep.
I'm not ready. So let us know what you thought of this trailer and our reactions to it in the comments down below. Please be nice. That's a requirement around here. Again, I'm trying to do stuff from memory. I don't have notes up. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, follow us on all social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Links are in the description down below. And until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night now.